we have all been sitting here, glued to our screens, watching the tension escalate and assuming that Britt Westbourne is the one standing directly in the crosshairs of danger. But what if we are all looking in the wrong direction? What if the real ticking time bomb in Port Charles isn't some external threat or a mob war, but the fragile, fracturing mind of our beloved police chief? The second I realized that Anna Devane is the one truly in mortal danger, not from a bullet, but from her own shattered psyche, everything changed. I can't stop shaking because this isn't just a plot twist. This is a slow motion car crash that we are utterly powerless to stop. I keep replaying the recent episodes in my head, and I am screaming at the screen. You look at Anna, and on the surface, she is trying so desperately to project this image of absolute control. She reclaimed her badge. She ousted Dante Falconeri. She is barking orders and running the PCPD like the legendary super spy she has always been. But guys, it is a facade. It is a terrifyingly thin mask, and behind it, she is drowning. The hallucinations of Peter August are not just passing nightmares. They are consuming her. I wasn't ready for the sheer visceral horror of watching Anna, a woman who has faced down the world's most dangerous villains, completely lose her grip on reality. Every time Peter's phantom appears, whispering poison into her ear and dragging her back into that dark abyss, I feel sick to my stomach. This isn't just trauma. This is a full-blown psychological collapse, and nobody sees it. If you ask me, the writers are setting us up for one of the most devastating tragedies in the history of General Hospital. We are all so distracted by the noise, by Jason Morgan's return, by Valentine Cassidy's secrets, by the drama with Carly Spencer and the WSB that we are missing the tragedy unfolding right in front of our eyes. Anna is a loaded gun with a hair trigger, and she doesn't even know she is aiming at the people she loves. The sheer terror of knowing that she is walking around with a badge, a gun, and a mind that is actively betraying her is almost too much to bear. I am sitting here, a fan, since the glory days, just begging for someone to look closely at her eyes and see the panic, but they are all blind to it. Why does this hit me so incredibly hard? Because of her history. This is Anna Devane. We have spent decades watching her be the Rock of Port Charles. She is the one who saves everyone else. But think about what she has endured recently. The psychological manipulation by Ross Cullum, the fake theatrics from Caesar Faison, it broke something fundamental inside her. And now to have Peter August be the manifestation of her trauma, it is cruel, but it is brilliant storytelling. Peter destroyed so much of her life. He manipulated her, he betrayed her, and he left a scar on her soul that is never healed. To have his ghost be the thing that finally pushes her over the edge is a tragic full circle moment that I can barely stomach. We watched her in that clinic in France, manipulating her doctor, pretending she was making all this great progress just so she could rush back to Port Charles. The moment I saw her pull that stunt, I knew something was horribly wrong. She didn't return because she was healed. She returned because the demons in her head convinced her she needed to take control. And now she is using her position as police chief to go on this dangerous, secret mission. It is a recipe for absolute disaster. Our expectations of Anna being the hero are being violently subverted. She isn't the hero right now. She is the danger. And the worst part is, she has no idea. She thinks she is hunting down threats, but the biggest threat is the hallucination standing right next to her, urging her to pull the trigger. It shatters my heart into a million pieces because we all know how this ends. When a character hides their mental decline, it never ends with them quietly seeking help. It ends in bloodshed. The anticipation of that moment, the moment the dam finally breaks, is keeping me up at night. I look at her interactions with Felicia Scorpio, how she pushes her best friend away and hides the truth. I look at how she treats Lisa Lobrecht, dismissing her while secretly battling her own monsters. Anna is isolating herself, building a fortress of lies to protect her pride, and in doing so, she is sealing her own tragic fate. I have to admit, part of me absolutely loves this storyline. I love the dark psychological depth of it. The acting is a masterclass in subtle, terrifying emotion. The way she twitches, the way her eyes dart around when Peter is in the room, it is phenomenal television. I love that the show is willing to take a legacy character and break her down to her absolute core. It is brave and it is compelling. I am glued to my screen every single time she is on it, analyzing every word she says to see if she is talking to a real person or a ghost. But guys, the frustration is eating me alive. I am so incredibly frustrated with Anna for hiding this. Why is she doing this? Why take the police chief job when you know your mind is playing tricks on you? I want to reach through the screen and shake her. And don't even get me started on the people around her. How can Valentine, a man who claims she is his past and who knows her better than anyone, not see that she is unraveling? He is so caught up in his new romance with Carly and his own secrets that he is completely missing the fact that the woman he once loved is losing her mind. It drives me absolutely crazy that she is surrounded by top-tier detectives and spies, yet not a single one of them realizes that Anna is completely compromised. It is this duality that makes being a fan so exhausting. I love the drama, but I hate watching a character I respect make such catastrophic mistakes. I am screaming at my television, begging her to just tell Felicia, to just tell someone. But no, she smiles, she puts on the uniform, and she walks back out into the world with Peter August whispering in her ear. It is a brilliant train wreck, and I am furious that I can't look away. Let's talk about the inevitable climax of this nightmare, because I have a very specific, terrifying theory. I understand why Anna wants to maintain her dignity. I understand the pride of a woman who refuses to be seen as broken. But I still think that hiding this was the most selfish, dangerous mistake she has ever made. Because when she finally snaps, and she will snap, she is going to hurt someone innocent. My theory is that in a moment of complete psychotic break, Anna is going to see Peter. She is going to believe with every fiber of her being that Peter is standing right in front of her, threatening her or someone she loves. And she is going to attack. Who is she going to attack? I keep thinking about Valentine. Valentine was Peter's ultimate enemy. The history between Valentine, Anna, and Peter is so toxic and deeply intertwined. If Anna is hallucinating Peter, her mind could easily superimpose Peter's face onto Valentine's body. Imagine the scene. Valentine comes to check on her. Maybe he finally realizes something is wrong and tries to intervene. But Anna doesn't see Valentine. She sees Peter smirking at her, taunting her about her failures. In a blind panic, driven by the urge to finally end the nightmare, Anna pulls her gun or grabs a weapon and attacks. And the tragic irony is that she would be striking down the man who was just trying to help her. Or what about Jason Morgan? Jason just returned to Port Charles. He is a protector by nature. He is already suspicious, already watching everything. What if Jason walks into the wrong room at the wrong time? What if he sees Anna spiraling and steps forward to disarm her or calm her down? In her fractured state, Jason's sudden movement could trigger a massive hallucination. She might think Jason is Peter coming to finish the job. Jason, who just fought his way back to his family, who just promised Danny Morgan he was home for good, could end up taking a bullet from the police chief because she literally could not tell reality from a hallucination. It is sick, it is twisted, and it is exactly the kind of tragedy this show loves to pull. I keep picturing the exact moment the illusion shatters. Imagine Anna cornering Peter. She is screaming at him, pouring out years of trauma, grief, and rage. She finally takes the shot or makes the strike, believing she is ridding the world of its greatest evil. But as the body falls, the hallucination fades. The smirking face of Peter August dissolves, and in his place is a bleeding Valentine, looking up at her in absolute shock and betrayal. Or Jason, clutching his chest, unable to comprehend why the police chief just attacked him unprovoked. The psychological devastation of that single moment, the transition from righteous vengeance to soul-crushing guilt, would be one of the most powerful scenes this show has ever produced. It wouldn't just break Anna, it would break all of us watching. Maybe I'm being unfair to Anna, but I judge her for putting the entire town at risk. She has a badge and a gun. By refusing to step down, she has turned herself into a lethal weapon. When the dust settles, and she is standing over the bleeding body of Valentine or Jason, the realization of what she has done is going to destroy her. She won't be fighting Britt. The whole idea that this is a storyline about Anna versus Britt is a massive misdirection. The real story is Anna versus Anna. It is going to be about the horrifying aftermath of a tragic accident where a hero realizes she became the monster she was trying to destroy. This is where my internal struggle reaches its absolute peak. Part of me wants to believe that Anna will catch herself. I want to believe that in the final second, right before she pulls the trigger, a moment of clarity will break through the fog and she will drop the gun. I want my hero to win. I want her to fall to her knees, call Felicia, and finally admit she needs to go back to the clinic. I want her to be saved before she crosses a line she can never, ever uncross. But another part of me, the dark, drama-loving fan part of me, thinks that this tragedy is the only way this story can truly pay off. If she just goes to a doctor, it's a fizzle. It's boring. But if she mistakenly attacks Valentine or Jason, that changed everything. It reshapes the entire landscape of Port Charles. It forces Anna to face the ultimate consequence of her hubris and her trauma. I honestly can't decide what I want. I am terrified for Jason. I am terrified for Valentine. But mostly, I am terrified for Anna. Because waking up from a hallucination to realize you just murdered or critically injured your friend is a hell I wouldn't wish on any character. I can't shake this feeling, guys. Every time Anna is on screen now, I am holding my breath, just waiting for the snap. The tension is unbearable, and I feel like I am the only one screaming at the television while the rest of Port Charles goes about their day. Am I the only one feeling this way? Am I crazy for thinking that Valentine or Jason is about to pay the ultimate price for Anna's hidden madness? Guys, what do you think? Please tell me I'm not alone in this creeping dread. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I desperately need to know if you see this tragic collision course too.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.